Hey guys, today's last sector is K1 Revelations on the Moon. There's going to be 3 barriers and 3 unstoppables. We're going to be using Arc Warlock today with Crown of Tempest. We're going to have a Healing Rift, as well as Ball Lightning or Storm Grenades. For the aspects, we're going to have Electrostatic Mine, so when we defeat a target with an Arc ability or jolted or blinded targets, it's going to create an Ionic Trace. And Arc Soul, so every time we pop our Healing Rift, we will be getting a little bit of extra DPS. For the Fragment, Spark of Beacons, while we are amplified, our special weapon Final Blows create a blinding explosion. Spark of Shock, your Arc Grenades jolt targets. Spark of Discharge, final weapon blows, have a chance to create an Ionic Trace, and taking melee damage briefly increases our outgoing melee damage. For the weapons, we're going to have an auto rifle for the barriers, Salvager Salvo so we can get our grenades back quicker because of Demolitionist, and Leviathan's Breath for boss damage as well as champion damage, and to stun Unstoppables. For the artifact, the important mods are Anti-Barrier Auto Rifle, and Elemental Orbs Arc, even though they're not very potent. For the mods, we're going to have a Ashes to Assets, as well as an Arc Siphon mod. On the gloves, we're going to have Firepower, so we can make an orb from our grenade, as well as Grenade Kickstart, so when we throw our grenade, we'll get a little bit of our grenade energy back. 2 Void Resistance mods, because there's a lot of Void damage in this lost sector, and a Solar Resistance mod, because the Acolytes will throw solar grenades. Recuperation, so we can get 70 HP back when we pick up an orb. Orbs of Restoration, so when we pick up an orb, it'll give energy to our ability with the least energy. And Arc Weapon Surge. On the bond, we're going to have Powerful Attraction, so when we pop our Rift, we'll pick up all the orbs in the area. Alright, looking at the Lost Sector run, we're going to start out by just using all of our abilities to clean up all these Acolytes in the first room. Thanks to Salvager Salvo, we'll be able to get our grenade back a couple times in this room. I'm going to use 2 Leviathan's Breath shots on this barrier, but I would suggest only using 1. It's not necessary, and you're going to want these Leviathan Breath shots later. Since it's early on in the season, we kind of have to be a little more conservative with them for boss damage. We're going to take it really slow right here because the Shrieker has killed me quite a few times while recording this. So I'm just going to use a Leviathan's Breath shot on him to get him out of the way. For this barrier knight, I'm only going to use 1. We're going to go up here and kill him with abilities, as well as auto rifle damage thanks to the jolt. Early on in the season, I like to look at these lost sectors as a marathon, not a race. So we're just going to take this part right here real slow. Since we don't have an Arc Resistance mod on, that Boomer Knight up there does have a lot of potential to kill you. Just play behind this wall, kill as many Acolytes as you can, and then make an advance forwards. Once we kill the Knight and a couple of these Acolytes, it will spawn the Unstoppable. We are going to use 1 Unstoppable shot to kill these Unstoppables, as well as abilities and auto rifle damage. For this first one, I will use my Chaos Reach though, since I will get it back a second time this lost sector. Once again up here, once we kill the Knight and all the Acolytes, there will be another Unstoppable that spawns. It does have 2 spawn locations. One less Acolyte I'm looking for, and we'll spawn the Unstoppable. Once again, just try to conserve as much of Leviathan's Breath ammo as you can. I will spend a decent amount of time chipping down at the boss with my Salvager Salvo and my auto rifle because I was I didn't conserve my Leviathan's Breath ammo very well. As you can see, I have my second Chaos Reach ready. I'm going to save this one for the boss, though. We're just going to be throwing as many abilities at the boss as we can. If you can juggle the barrier shield a little bit better than I can, and you can stun him on the first shield pop, you should be able to make it through the boss and the barrier with the amount of Leviathan's Breath ammo that you have. But since I let mine regen, I will be a bit short later on. If you're not playing for Flawless, then you can sacrifice yourself to make sure the shield doesn't go up. Playing for Flawless this early in the season, though, is a little redundant since the Guardian ranks aren't progressed far enough yet for that to matter. After I stun the barrier, I'm going to pop Chaos Reach to finish off the barrier and deal as much damage to the boss as I can. From here on out, I'm just going to be poking them with Salvager Salvo and Auto Rifle. If you're a bit more conservative with your ammo, you should be able to do this in the sub 5 minute category, but it did take me just under 6 minutes to complete this because of the lack of ammo conservation. Once you kill the boss, you're all good to loot the chest though. Happy farming today.